One of my
I got my ass kicked.
One of the you were terrible. One of my favorite I'm sorry, Jesus Christ. One of the first UFCs we've watched pretty much from the start to the end in a long we used to do that all the time.
Yeah.
We watched from prelims all the way to the last fight.
It was good. That was a good card. There was a lot of action most of the fights.
Yeah, I mean it was a better card than I thought it was.
There really the only one that was kind of the really quickest one was the Jones fight. Maybe you could call it a little bit of a letdown, but
that definitely was a letdown.
For me, my letdown was the woman fight. I was pretty sad that she got caught like that.
I mean, when she got a letdown, I told Chris, I'm like, it's a question. It's in there. Can she hold out for the 40 seconds or not?
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't a bad. I thought that wasn't a bad fight. I thought the Jones fight was a little bit of like a Debbie Downer type thing.
I mean, Chris called the women's fight like right in the beginning. Like he's like she's like a half step behind because like you could tell because she never goes for takedowns like ever. And like Chris was dead right. Like she was like a half second off on the punches like the whole.
And
fight.
then I mean the other one was great. I didn't realize that one guy who was undefeated in the third fight that won with like 40 seconds left.
Peter bet on right.
Yeah. Yeah, Peter bet on the other guy to beat him because he was going.
That dude was a tough dude.
That guy, I didn't realize that guy came in overweight by like 4 pounds or something, and he wasn't supposed to win a bonus. And Dana White's like, "No, we're getting that guy a bonus. You go in there and you fight like that, and you do everything. You're getting your 50,000."
Was eating punches, and he was a tough dude.
Yeah.
No, and I'm saying he had.
And he had a few shots there where he almost got him, but like, that dude was a tough hombre.
Yes, it was good. It was
I had hope.
I mean,
and then the first fight where that guy who was on the card, his first fight was on a pay-per-view main event card, and he came out like all jacked up on Mountain Dew with that.
Yeah, he almost whipped up the first one pretty badly.
He almost kicked himself out of the cage there.
Was that the guy, the wrestler, or no?
Yeah, the wrestler, the orange shirt guy.
I've watched a lot of his. He's really good at jiu-jitsu. He got nothing. Oh no, I gave Chris the can.
Yeah,
I see a little smidge more.
Yeah, I watched a lot of his because he was an insane wrestler. Like he was
on
Penn State, right?
Series, right?
Yeah, and he was
he's on the contender series.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
But he was also like an NCAA like top, and so he does a lot of jiu-jitsu stuff. And he's actually an insanely good grappler.
He was going off at like 18 or 1600 before the fight.
Did you
started.
see the thing with Henry Cueto's video that came out after the fight?
No.
So he trains with Jones.
Oh yeah.
And he literally showed that he's like it might be a situation where you got him against the cage like this, and he's going to get out this way, so you want to flip it on him and get in the headlock. And it was like verbatim exactly what happened in the fight.
That's why he's so good.
And I was like, and we're watching, and you're like, and Jones is watching, and Jones was like with him. And he's like, okay, got it. And it's like, you could literally see Jones in his head, like you could literally see Jones in his head, like, because Jones was like watching Henry Cueto as he's like explain this to him, and it's like the next thing you know, it's like that's exactly what happened in the fight. Like he had like that, and then he like flipped him and he got him in the headlock. I'm like, from pretty much over after that point.
That's pretty crazy.
I'll see if I can find it for you guys later.
They were, what is it? They're talking about Henry Cueto fighting the what's his face guy.
He's fighting Sterling next.
No, they don't think so because he hasn't signed the thing. They're trying to get, if he doesn't sign soon, I think it's going to be Sean O'Malley.
Oh,
versus who?
Versus Alan Sturgeon for the bantamweight or featherweight.
He retired.
He's coming back though.
I think Cueto would just get. I think Cueto would wreck O'Malley because he would just take him down. O'Malley would no answer.
You done messed that up, sir.
I really did.
You're supposed to pour them both slowly at the same time.
Well, that could be Peter's, and I'll do my own shot.
No, Peter made shots for all of us.
Oh, someone a little hot with the Baileys on that one. Not bad though. See, I tried to lessen the Jameson shot. Patrick, Christopher. Ladies and gentlemen, see, we do a podcast and we do a little drinking, and this is what we enjoy. This is all we got. As we get older, this is all we got, boys. When's the last time you guys think you did a car bomb?
I did it I did several 2 Thanksgivings ago with Katrina's dad.
Oh yeah,
and then he left me with her uncle.
Probably.
And then I want a review of our car bomb to the Wisconsin car
probably
bomb.
10 years ago.
That was not a good car bomb.
They didn't got to drink this faster.
They didn't do the Baileys on that one. That's why I was confused by it. They just it was a straight J-Mo.
Then it was the same.
There's
a shot in the drink.
O'Connery's.
Yeah. All right, boys. 3, 2, 1, go.
I need a napkin.
Nobody should drink Guinness like that.
I don't like Guinness very much.
It's not bad. Not terrible.
Yeah.